Okay guys, in this lesson I want to talk to you about building out your homepage. So what I went forward and done was installed a theme demo and installed the content with it, just to show you what it will look like when you start customizing your homepage. Now it's pretty straightforward to set up your homepage, but I want to show you everything from bottom to top regardless. Okay, so we'll come over to our pages, we'll go to all pages, and what you'd actually have to do normally is go to add new. If you didn't use a theme demo, then these are the steps you have to carry out. Go to add new, create a new page, call it home, click save. Now we created a home page, but it's not yet our home page. What we need to do to make it our home page is go over to settings, then go over to reading. And if we come over here, normally it'll tell your homepage displays and it would be selected as your latest post. Instead, we want to click a static page, select below, and we go to homepage and we'd click the home page that we just set up and we'd click save changes. Now that we've set that up as our homepage, we are able to customize this page using the tag div composer that we initially installed. Now this is what the homepage looks like right now, and I'm going to show you different ways we can structure this page. So if we come over to the edit with TD Composer and we give this a moment, we can click on here. Cool, let's say we don't like that grid right there, we can select a different grid. We can select big grid 6 and you can see how it's presented differently. And we can play around with this. You know, you can spend a whole lot of time, as much time as you want, playing around with this, making it look how you want it to look. We'll come over to the styles. We've got different styles. We've got a black bottom box. Let's see how that looks. It's got this black tint at the bottom. Let's say we use simple colors. It's going to have colors over it. We use complex gradients. Going to be complex gradients, just as it says. Right, however you want it to look, you can come here and you can play around with that. And mostly simple wins. Okay, simple settings tend to get the best results. But then again, if it suits your brand, suits your market, and suits the theme that you're going for, most certainly play around with these, and you can select some colors. Okay, so that light color tint, for example, it doesn't look so bad, but then again, I may want to go for a different grid. Let's see what a big grid 4 looks like. Alright, let's say I like that. Cool, we'll stick with that. Then we can come around here and we can play with all of these. Now, not only can you select you know, how much content is presented here, you can filter by category. Let's say you only want business category content to be presented here. We come over here, as you can see, it says business under these, but we can select a custom title, read more business. Alright, and you can see that that will be presented there. Now we can once again set this up in different styles, different ways. Okay, instead of using block 13, we could maybe go for, let's see, block 11. Let's give that a shot, and that looks like that. Of course, in this scenario, block 13 looks better. When you're using one of the demo themes, they've already tried and tested everything, optimized for the best performance and best results. And so for that reason, you know, it can be best to just stick with the options they have already provided. But then again, there is no harm in testing. Okay, get creative, try different ways, see what suits your brand and what you like the most. All right, so we'll go back to using block 13. I won't use the custom title because there's no need. The category is presented right there. Alright, and the filter, we can select this. Of course, when using a theme demo, it gives you a whole bunch of categories that aren't part of your brand. Alright, we'll go further and we'll remove them all. We'll replace them with our categories. We'll take out all the trash content. You know, that's no issue at all. Okay, and yeah, you know, that's it. You can come in here, you can play around with these, you can present different things. Alright, if we go to add element, there's not only blocks, but you can insert an author box in here that talks about the author. Okay, if we come right here and we add that right underneath, boom, you can talk about the author. Now that comes underneath. Another thing that we can do actually is for example, if we come over here, we click add element, we click author box, we can insert it right underneath here. Now the way to create this, okay, is when you insert an element, for example, if you see this covers the full page. But if you want to split in 2 columns, 3 columns, as I hover over these elements, you can see it says row. So we'll come over to row and we can play around with the layout. Right now, there's more space given to the left side. We can give more space to the right side. Okay, just like that. And if we want to have 3 columns for whatever reason, we can most certainly do that. Now there's an empty column, we can insert more content in here. But I'm going to stick with the pre-settings that have been defined. Okay, so you can really get fun with this. There's a lot to customize in here, a lot you can do to make your site look better, make the homepage look better. But after all, most of your visitors are going to be landing direct to the content, not on the homepage. So the homepage, do spend good time on it, make sure it looks good. Okay, we are really trying to build a brand here, but at the same time, don't spend too much time, okay, because this is not what will be attracting your visitors, it's the content you create. Alright, so if you're using a theme demo, you might want to stick with how it's already set. To change some things over here, once you start setting your categories, make sure it only presents different specific category throughout here, not just all the content hot this week. Then it'll only present the popular featured content. Past stories, you can literally have a category for stories and it'll just present all the content you publish under there. And then the way the content is presented, you can play around with all of that over here, a whole load of different settings, but it's for you to set, customize, play around with, and see what you feel best fit for your brand. Now everything else when using a theme demo remains the same. The way you insert a logo is the same. Go through theme panel, do it. The way you insert a header menu remains the same. The footer menu, it all remains the same. Okay, it's just that they give you a predefined layout so you can spend less time on design and more time on publishing content. That's me, Abdullah Ashraf, for this lesson. Hope you get your home pages set up ASAP, because this is the end of the site module. I look forward to catching you on the next module.